In 2016, twin sisters Anastasia and Alexandria Duval drove over a 200-foot cliff in Hawaii, and one of them didn't survive. But was this an accident, or was the relationship between these two twins something a lot more toxic than anyone knew? Originally born under the names Allison and Ann Dado, these two twin sisters were inseparable. When they became adults, they opened their own yoga studio called Twin Power Yoga in South Florida, and it was an incredible success. As many twins are, they were both extremely competitive with each other. This would get even worse when fueled by alcohol. As their business became successful with even some celebrity clientele, they saw it as an opportunity to capitalize on their often turbulent relationship and potentially start a reality show. The girls lived fast, buying expensive cars and wearing expensive clothes, but the reality show plans fell through. They also weren't quite as rich as they were making out to seem, and without paying some of their employees, they abandoned their studio. They didn't refund any clients who paid for memberships, and a lot of instructors just kind of never got paid for anything. The two then moved to Utah, where they changed their names to Anastasia and Alexandria Duval. And here, their problems with alcohol would only continue. In one instance, they were found in their car in a ditch, pulling each other's hair and arguing because they were kicked out of a restaurant for getting too drunk. A few months later, one of the twins was arrested for DUI while the other was arrested for disorderly conduct. Eventually, the twins moved to Maui in Hawaii. It was around this time that Anastasia started dating a man named Frederico Bailey. He later testified that the twins fought physically quite a lot. They would pull each other's hair and fight as if they were little kids, even when they were driving in the car. This typically was alcohol-induced. He also said that Alexandria was incredibly jealous of her sister, especially since she was dating him. Once the twins started drinking, he said it was like Jekyll and Hyde. And so in 2016, the three of them went on a camping trip. However, the sisters were fighting constantly and actually abandoned Bailey while he was in the restroom. The roads in the area were extremely winding and on cliffs. Eyewitness testimony reports seeing the girls fighting, pulling each other's hair, and then pulling over by the side of the road. They were completely stopped, still fighting, and then all of a sudden, Alexandria just hit the gas and went over the side of the cliff. Alexandria survived, but her sister Anastasia did not. Tire marks on the ground prove that it wasn't swerving to avoid anything. This was deliberate speeding up in order to get over the cliff. Alexandria was quickly charged with second-degree murder, and they fought for a long time to charge her on this, but she is actually acquitted. It's hard to imagine any other scenario in which she did not deliberately drive over this cliff. I recommend the True Crime Daily video on YouTube about this if you want more information, but there's a ton else out there. What are your thoughts on this case?